Hi book besties and welcome to this new video. In this video I am going to try to read as many books as possible in 1 week. Because I need to achieve my reading goal of the year. And I have 12 books to go and it's currently the 24th of November. So I guess, like Goodreads says, right now I am one book behind schedule. I was 6 books behind schedule, but I read some books and it's okay now. So it is possible to achieve it, but I feel like maybe with the fact that my birthday is coming up and then it's the holiday season and I'm not going to be home a lot of days, and I do have to work, so I feel like I want to prepare in case I'm not really available to read as much books in December as I would want to. So I have some books on my TBR cards. Not as many anymore. There are so many books that I have read the past few weeks. So I'm kind of happy about that. And I do want to order some new ones, so, you know, that's going to be great if I can just read some new books, because I'm not really feeling the connection with the books on my physical TBR right now. I'm really into reading like Ella May's books. The past few days I started with To Love Jason Thorne and then read To Hate Adam Connor and then read Wedding from One. And I finished that one yesterday and it was amazing. I love To Hate Adam Connor so much and I loved Wedding for One. So I have 2 more books to go from Ella May's. Maybe I'll read one of those. I've also seen so many good things about Assistant to the Villain, and I have that on my card, so maybe I'll read that one. So if it's good, I can order the second book with the books that I'm going to buy in the coming days or something. Anyways, this is going to be a ride because, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to read. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, hi. It's been probably more than a week later. I don't know which date I started this reading vlog, but right now it's the 5th of December, so I think it's more than a week later. Life has been busy. I have been working a lot the past few weeks. I have been doing some other things. I have been babysitting too. I have been doing everything, and I didn't really have time to read or motivation to read in my little free time. So you know, that is where we are right now. I did finish Assistant to the Villain. When did I finish this? I'm going to have to look on my Goodreads. But I think I finished it the 29th of November. Okay, so that is almost a week ago now. You see, I haven't touched a book in a week. So, you know, I was back on schedule with my reading goal. Like, I think when I started this reading vlog, I started with one book behind on the Goodreads reading challenge goal that I set for myself in January. But now we're back to 3 books behind schedule. So, you know, it's been a long time since I've touched a book. But about this one, it was a good book. It was difficult for me because English is my first language, and it was at some points it was kind of difficult for me to understand what was going on. But it is a fantasy. It's a cute fantasy. It is a good book. I did kind of see the ending coming, like saw it coming, who was doing like the betrayal, and like the rat, the mole in the building. So I gave it 3 stars, which is good. It isn't a bad book. I will probably buy the second and the third book too, so you know, otherwise I probably wouldn't. Do I have something else to say? Probably not. What came in today in the mail was a first part of the books that I bought. I bought like a total of 15 books because I was in a mood to treat myself. You know, Christmas season is getting closer and closer, and I was buying gifts for everyone around me except for myself. So I was like, let's just change that. So there's another book coming in like 2 weeks, I think. Book 1 in a series, so you know, obviously I can't read book 2 yet. And then there's another part of the book haul coming on Monday and on Tuesday, and it's now Thursday, so you know. But I have a selection of these books to read right now, obviously, and the books that were already on my TBR cards. But I am kind of feeling to read a new one. But I think it's like sad if I already start a new one because I just got them, you know. But what I was thinking is to maybe start with Next of Kin from Hannah Bonam Young, because I am obsessed with Out on a Limb. I read it a few weeks ago and I still think about it so many times. And I've had book 2 in the Next of Duology standing on my TBR card for so long, and I wanted to read it, but I didn't have book 1. And now, finally, after 4 months, I bought book 1. So maybe it's time to start this one, so that I can immediately jump into book 2 if I finish this one. I don't know if that's an idea. Oh, they start living together. I'm already obsessed and I don't even know if I want to read this book. I also bought, let's do a short little haul. So obviously I bought Next of Kin from Hannah Bonam Young. I'm so excited to start this one. Then I bought a series that has been on my TBR for such a long time, and I wanted to buy these books since the author first started teasing them on TikTok. So it's been a long time, I think. But I bought the Wells Ranch series from Bailey Hannah. Book 1 is coming in 2 weeks, so obviously can't start this one, but I think this one is a single dad, so hot. Then I have 2 books from Abby Jimenez because I think I have all of her books, except for these 2. So I'm so excited to start these 2 too. So it's Life's Too Short and The Friend Zone. I think it's a series 2, like a little series from themselves. Then I have a series from Jennifer Lynn Barnes, the Debutante series, I think it's called. Little White Lies and Deadly Little Scandals. I have no idea what this is about, but I have so many of her books and I was like, these look cool, so let's buy them. And then I also bought this one, Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I think it's all little novellas from the Inheritance Games series, like little novellas in that same world. So you know, that's nice. Now rests the good question, which book do we start today? Definitely this one. I feel like this is going to beat my reading slump. And when I'm back on track, I will read Next to You. It's the second book. I think it's clear. We're going to start with this one. A little romance to get out of the fantasy dark romance atmosphere I've been on the past few weeks. It feels like it, but I literally read 3 romances too. See you when I start reading Next of Kin from Hannah Bodum Young. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Again, a little update. It's now the 10th of December. And I still haven't finished, where is it? Here. Next of Kin by Hannah Bodum Young. Again, it's been busier than I would have expected. But I read a few pages yesterday when I got home. And I'm now at page 232. So a little less than 100 pages to go. So the plan for today, it's now currently 1 p.m. The plan for today is definitely finish this book, start Next to You by Hannah Bodum Young. It's the second book in the series, and finish it today too. Because I just took a look at my Goodreads and I didn't really like what I was seeing there. I'm going to show you. It's not fun. No. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see it? 5 books behind schedule on my reading goal. So I have to do like a little catching up. So definitely finish this book today. Definitely start with the second book Next to You. Maybe finish it, but I don't know if I will. Also, I don't know if I think I've said it in like an update before I started this book, but I did a little book shopping, and I put all my books on top of each other on my nightstand because my TBR card is filled with like older books. So I had to had a pretty view. I don't know if this makes sense, but my camera is currently sitting on them. I'm just going to show you. This is like the nightstand. My lamp is a little bit turned because it was in the camera view. Obviously, after the races, the new copy is gonna be bought in 2 days because I'm going on another shopping trip in 2 days. Book 1 in this series from Bailey Hannah, I don't know what it's called, Alive and Wells, I think, is coming in next week. I think that's it. So a little funny story about the series Gold Rush Ranch by Elsie Silver. I have the old covers on my bookshelf over there. I bought them in April, read them all in a week. They were amazing and they have my entire heart. My heart is literally filled with those books. So I was talking about my best friend about them, and I was like, I'm going book shopping today. Like, I have been talking about those books for months. literally for months. Her birthday was in May, and I gave her some books from Elsie Silver. And I was like, I just finished reading those books, this series, and they are amazing, and I want to buy them for you. You know, this kind of conversation. And then we were talking, like, as soon as the news came out that there were going to be new covers, I was like, should I rebuy them and just like keep them as a collector's item because I love that series so much, and just do a reread and annotate them pretty and stuff, or like trying pretty. And she was like, duh. And since my birthday is in exactly 7 days, I went on a little shopping trip with my mom and my sister yesterday, and I saw those 3 books in the bookstore, and I was like, I'm going to buy them. But they didn't have the first one, so in 2 days I'm going to Antwerp on a shopping trip with my other best friend, and I'm going to look for it there. That is pretty much going to be the only book that I'm going to buy. I don't know if that's gonna be true. But anyways, let's focus on now. Now I'm going to finish Next of Kin. Maybe a little update of what I think about it at the moment. I love it. I definitely love it. Not as much as Out on a Limb, because Out on a Limb had me hooked from the very first page, and it was so to be loved is to be seen coded. That book, To Be Loved is to be Seen, is out on a limb in, like, that sentence. No, wait, how do I say this? That book, Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, is to be loved is to be seen in a book. Literally the only thing on my mind when I was reading that is, oh my god, this is literally to be loved is to be seen. It is amazing. There's amazing communication in that book, and I love it so much. Easiest 5 stars that I have ever given a book, I think. So of course I immediately bought her other 2 books that are out. Well, I bought Next to You and didn't realize that it was a book 2 in the series, so I bought book 1 now. I love it. It's super cute and super sweet and lovable, but it does struggle. It does have like serious struggles in the book too, and it's realistic. I think that is something that Hannah Bonham Young really is very talented at, like writing realistic people, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really love it, and I just fly through the book when I'm sitting down and taking the time to read. But life has been busy the past few days, so I haven't really had any time to read. But when I do take the time to sit down and read, I just fly through the easiest 100 pages and stuff. So I'm curious how this is going to end, because right now they are having their first date. So you know, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this and update it probably tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to finish this right now. Start Next to You when I'm finished with this one. But I will post my review on Goodreads, because otherwise tomorrow when I update you guys, I will probably have forgotten what I wanted to say. So yeah, let's continue with this book. Okay, hi. I'm sorry for the lighting. It's 6 p.m. so it's dark outside. But I just finished Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young. It took me longer than I expected, because I had like less than 300 pages to go, but it did took me like almost a whole day, which was unexpected. But I did love it. Still not as much as Out on a Limb because again, that was such an easy 5-star read for me and it was perfect and beautiful and everything. I'm going to give this one 4 stars too because I didn't have the 5-star feeling. I did like it better than Next of Kin, I think. I don't know why. I don't know the feeling. I don't understand. I have no idea. Like, I just finished this book and I was like, what am I going to say for the update? I have no idea because I annotated a lot. I don't know if you can see, but I did annotate a lot. It is beautiful. Let me tell you about the story. So Lane is in the middle of an identity crisis. Friends all partnered up. Her career is heading nowhere. She's not happy, has anxiety, and yeah. And then she does a purchase from the money she got from her father passing away. I don't know, I can't think of that word right now. So her father passed away and gave her money. And with that money, she bought a school bus, which she renovated with her best friend, Matt, who is a car mechanic. They had a New Year's Eve kiss in the prologue of the book. And then it jumps to 15 months later, and then the story begins, like truly begins. And then she ends up, you know, buying the bus, but she needs someone to drive with it, so he comes on this road trip to go pick up the bus with her. But it's like a few hours drive and they end up staying at this motel, but the beds break and there's a rat. And why is my camera not focusing? Okay, perfect. And there's a rat and it's a big chaos. But I love that scene so much. I love the book. Obviously because he wants to get a relationship and wants commitment. She does not want that. She is afraid of losing people because she saw what it did to her mom to lose her dad. Hello? Is it because of the lights? I don't know. So she's afraid and she doesn't want to like lose someone the way her mom lost her dad. So that is also talked about in the story, and it is, hello, it is beautiful. It is sad at some moments. I did have more emotions reading this book than Next of Kin. I don't know why. It wasn't cringe. I did not like think of some moments as cringe, which I did have in Next of Kin. Yeah, altogether, I really love the book. I love Next of Kin. Both 4 stars. They're beautiful. They're realistic too. These are both very realistic stories. It could happen to everybody standing around you, or like people standing around you too, which makes it more beautiful in my eyes, if that makes sense. Okay, hi, here I am again. I'm decided I'm going to end the video here. Simply because I'm not going to read this morning, I'm just going to edit this video so I don't have to edit it tomorrow. And I'm going to do some work that I still have to do. So that tomorrow I can start with another book. and maybe finish it tomorrow. But that is for another reading vlog. Is it going to be in a reading vlog? I don't think so. But if I do all that work today, I'm free tomorrow because I do have to go to work tomorrow and this afternoon, but I feel like I can edit the video and do the work so I don't have to do any of it tomorrow. And then tomorrow I can read, go to work, read when I get home. So you know, that's perfect. So I am going to end this video with just 3 books read. It wasn't my goal, but I also feel like this video is going to be very long if I include another book, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It's completely free and would help my channel a lot. Like this video, comment on this video if you have read any of these books or which books you would recommend. And what you want to see on this channel, because obviously I can film reading vlogs every week, but I don't think that is going to be nice. There is going to be a reading vlog next week too, because I have something planned. So that. But yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next week. Bye.